I've already missed the train, so I have to wait for a while. And right now I'm headed up to downtown Seattle to go into City Hall. I'm gonna have a small, but I call it like a foot in the door contract with the city of Seattle for some photography. I'm excited because I don't feel like I really did the best that I could have this year with the city of Seattle, but luckily they're giving me a chance to prove myself. So I'm excited. If you're not familiar with Seattle, this is the light rail, and it's basically like the closest thing that we have to a subway. Anytime I have to go into downtown Seattle, I take the light rail because Seattle has changed so much since I worked there. I used to work there back in 2012, and a lot has changed since then. Ever since Amazon took over and started redoing the city in its own way, there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of streets that are closed because things are always being built, and just parking is expensive. It's a little windy. Surprise, surprise, it's a little windy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But it's not as rainy as I thought it was gonna be. I was prepared to endure some showers, but what's that?
Is that a bird?
It's a dead cat.
What?
No, it's a microphone.
It's to protect. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's protecting the microphone. I made a video for this place one time. I made a video for the Hotel Monaco years ago. I'm sure it's still on YouTube somewhere. It was kind of cool. I actually worked for the Kimpton Hotels company. I made videos for the Alexis Hotel, Monaco, the Vintage, and the Palladian that opened up not too long ago. I think a couple of years ago it opened up over in, no. It opened like almost 5 years ago. So that's the library. I've only been there one time. So here we are, the Seattle City Hall. I don't know whose idea it was to set this thing up like a pyramid, and you have to climb up 1,000,000 steps to get to it. It's just a regular office building. Oh my god, it looks like it has a caution tape around the doors. Oh man, I'm almost worried I won't be able to get in. That cannot be good. I did not come all this way. I have an appointment. Look at this. What is this? This is not how this story ends. I refuse to let this end this way. So what you do in a situation like this is you call somebody. Hi Jen, this is Carlos. Hey, I'm at City Hall. It looks like you guys have caution tape on me. Apparently I'm like the only idiot that didn't know about this. She mentioned the elevators. So idiot. In my defense, I've only been here like 2 other times, and I've always used that front door. So the more you know. So I'm about to meet Jen. She is the contract lady over here at the city of Seattle with the Department of Neighborhoods, and I've been very lucky to have a real good relationship with the Department of Neighborhoods, and we've shot some really cool photos for them in the last year, and I'm hoping that what's gonna happen. This is my big picture hopeful deal, is that in the next year we will have some cool projects that we will see what our goals are for these images, who's gonna see them, where are they gonna be published, and do take some photos that are going to be a little bit outside the box, but also are going to get the job done, and it's going to make the most out of the city's budget, because it's not a big budget. It's actually a pretty small, like I said, it's kind of like a foot in the door kind of budget, and that's fine. When you are working for yourself, and especially if you're in a creative field like photography, you have to be humble, and you have to realize, like, maybe you're not someone that can command, huge fees yet. And even if you get to a place where you can command huge fees, sometimes you still have to be, let's say, charitable, and you have to be humble enough to realize that you get to do something creative, you get to do something that most people don't get to do. And so if you have that kind of mindset, then you're going to make decisions that are going to benefit you, but also going to benefit other people. And that's ultimately, in my opinion, that is what that is what a good creative career should do. Is it should benefit many people because it's a luxury. It's a luxurious career. So that's what I hope we do. So can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does the city of Seattle look for when it's looking at hiring like either photographers or videographers? What would you say is like a good top trait that you guys look for aside from being equipped and
for photographers? And you know what, it's actually better to ask Sam because he's the communications guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question on this?
Yeah. Well, we look for several things. One, we always try to find people WIMBY vendors, so women and minority owned businesses. So that's one of the main things. But then also just like people that have kind of a creative edge and that we've heard actually are really good to work with and collaborative. A lot of it has been word of mouth. And I think for us, the main thing we look to do is we don't want to come off like a government entity a lot of time in the work that we do. We really try to be more people focused, and so we look for people that can really work collaboratively and help us grow as much as anything. Do you know what I mean? So.
Honestly, something really interesting about that short, brief interaction is that Sam pointed out that they look for people that are good collaborators, and that was the main point that I wanted to make with this short blog, is that relationships are super important. The only reason that I was able to get this gig is because I created a relationship a while ago with a gal named Heather Villanueva. I gotta say, and shout out to Heather, amazing, beautiful person inside and out, that if it weren't for those special, important relationships that have been helpful in my life and my young career, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And it's not like I'm not some big, personality. To be able to do this on a daily basis, make a living, live a life that I love and I'm proud of, that's honestly, what more can I ask for, This sucks. This is terrible. So like I said before, it's not the Seattle that it used to be. It will never be the Seattle that it was. Fair enough, that's fine. Like I said, change happens, can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at change. We can only embrace it. So I think that I have enough time to get back to the office well before 4 o'clock. So I'll be able to help out my clients. Thank you so much for watching this.